You're all going to get up there early-ish, so you'll have probably at least 3 days to swim on the course. It's an interesting swim. You'll notice that when you get into the water that it's patchy in terms of the depth. They get that right with the tides on race day, but it's hard to get right on your training. Check the tides out. It's nicer swimming in there when there's a lot of salty water. It can be it was a bit muddy in the swim last year because there was some floods. So be prepared that the visibility mightn't be high. So just get in there at high tide if you can, so when it's full of salty water. And you can actually swim half the course because it's a 2-lap course, obviously. On race day itself, it's a swim with a fairly broad start, but it does become narrow quite quickly because you need to be between there's a little sort of pond or jetty there and a buoy, and so after that first 300 metres, it does narrow down. So just be sort of wary that you need to probably start a little bit back if you're not a confident swimmer, or to the side. Luke Bell was here 3 weeks ago, and unless you want to be in the top 5% of the swim, there's probably not a lot of use in being right huddled in the centre. I'd be aiming for the outsides. It means you can get some clear water and have your own start. So, try and pick the right cap if you can, and in terms of your swim. But if you really want to swim hard, then you do need to be at the front and centre. But yeah, like I said, you've got the 300 metres to sort yourselves out pretty much. Any questions about the swim course?
What's the water temperature out there at the moment and what's it going to be?
Look, I only know what it's been in the past. I could almost guarantee you that it will be a wetsuit swim, so you shouldn't be concerned that it's not going to be a wetsuit swim. There's been 1 year which was in Foster where it was a non-wetsuit swim, but it was much more of a lagoon situation in Foster, whereas this gets flushed by the tides every day. So all your plans will be well laid for a swim in a wetsuit. It's not going to be hot in the water. I wouldn't be packing a second cap, I put it that way.
Is there a strong current in there?
They time it with the tides, so there can be a strong current when you're training, but not on race day. They literally do plan the race day and times are a bit around the tide, so you needn't worry about that. It's a separate pro start again, so there's going to be 30 people less. So that'll make it a whole lot nicer at the start. But it means that there's been careful planning as well about the pros start. The pros actually start pretty much in the dark, but for you guys it'll be there'll be some lights. So.